Previously on DuckTales Remastered.
Gwee, you monster! You ended us off on a cliffhanger.
No, she's the real villain.
And now, the conclusion.
God damn it, Magica. It had to be you.
You old witch! Wait, that's what you are.
Are you really surprised, though?
Yeah.
Oh, she's still great with her voice.
Well, I did sort of hint at your return earlier on in the commentary.
Well, you didn't even have to. She handed herself.
Where's everybody? Sell them all.
How's that gonna save you from the witch?
Oh, she froze everyone.
Crap.
Yeah.
Well, froze everyone except...
She was the double crosser.
Yeah, well, not so much a double crosser, because she's revealing that she technically did work with Glomgold here.
No, I know. That's what I mean. She worked with him, and she's double crossing it. She's double crossing.
Oh wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, whatever the case, yeah, she's explaining her motives right now.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
right. Count Dracula.
Well, the dude does own a castle, Scrooge.
I find it funny that he just has that face stuck on him permanently while he said that.
The treasures.
You'd rather surrender #1 dime.
Make it easier on yourself and just give me the dime.
So she wants that because of the power of the rich or whatever, or
It's the power.
guess
It's
so.
the power behind Scrooge's riches.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's under this delusion that Scrooge's #1 dime is basically the world's most powerful good luck charm.
it isn't. It was hard work.
Well, she doesn't know that.
Also,
Yeah.
she
Well,
took
she's too arrogant to know that.
she took the boys. Oh,
Oh, hello. Just turns them straight into pigs. But no, I was just
Boys.
assumed that she wants his #1 dime because of like the figurative method, the figurative like meaning behind the dime and how it just how it fueled Scrooge's empire.
Yeah, it's more like a symbol of how he started his fortune. Because like it was his first dime that he ever earned.
Right, and I just assume she wants to use like the figurative power of that origin story. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, it has a lot of value.
right.
Magica's great. Out she goes.
And considering this is a world of magic, she can make it possible.
Uh-huh.
What an insult.
This is no time for bellyache and Glomgold.
And Glomgold, you were her puppet. Just face it. Actually, not really puppet, just pawn, but yeah. Semantics.
Well, they're both essentially the same thing.
You don't have
Yeah.
to catch her. Just meet her at her house. I love it's like you'll never catch her. It's like we made it to the moon in like 24 hours. I'm sure we can bring the stuff to the place.
But yeah, it looks like Scrooge is forming an alliance here. Like, he's willing to give Flintheart the treasures if Flintheart's willing to help him rescue the nephews.
That dime's not worth 10 cents next to the safety of my boys.
Aww.
Do we have an agreement?
Well, that's not what Magica thinks.
Yeah.
It's a deal.
Oh, by the way, cute little detail. Pay close attention to Glomgold coming up here.
Soft. You've let those pesky rugrats become a business liability.
Yeah.
Oh.
His fingers are crossed.
Be the richer for it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, go soak your head.
Well said. Let's go.
We're off to our final level of the
Could we
game.
not have ridden into all?
Oh wait, bonus
Thanks,
world.
Launchpad.
What's that? What the hell?
We're on the clouds.
Oh wow, you actually got this secret to appear.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is based on a bonus level from the original game.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
And there it goes.
I didn't even see that cloud.
Is that a secret to unlock that by dropping off the helicopter?
Now remember our deal, Flint.
No, the secret is that, like, I think if you get a high enough score in a level, it's basically kind of like the Konami scores.
Ah.
Well, I guess I would assume that also involves not spending any of your money on the gallery stuff. But
No, I don't think
anyway-
it counts that.
Alright, yeah, if you say so. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our final level of the game, which, much like the intro level, is exclusive to the remaster. This is Mount Vesuvius.
Yeah, I don't remember this
Oh,
in the
come on,
original.
that should have counted.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened there.
Yeah, that totally hit.
Well, don't worry too much about it. You gotta save your boys.
And no, I don't know what you're talking about. There's absolutely no way that this was also used to inspire the final level of Half Genie Hero.
Seriously.
Yeah, but if you're listening closely, like, the level is mostly original, like James said, and even the theme was composed exclusively for the game, and it's probably, of the original tracks, this one's probably my favorite.
I like it too. I mean, honestly, I can't think of a track in this game that I would actively call crap.
I would have.
Yeah, no.
Some part of me would have liked if
Coffin
there
knows
was
what he's doing.
some part of me would have loved if there was some way to kind of like swap between. Should have
That was shielding
Well,
it.
okay. Yeah.
Down with all bad kind.
I'm thinking maybe if I started this level over, I could have gotten that. Okay, if I had done that differently.
I'm waiting for one of these bats to just skewer themselves by accident.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, do be wary of the rusty. Be wary of those chain links because some of those are so rusty that they'll fall off after you've clung onto them.
Hey, Glomgold.
Woo. Yeah, Glomgold will be appearing now and then to help you through the level.
Well, let him through.
Okay.
Wow, what help!
Oh, okay. You're just there for like motivational support. That's great.
Pretty much.
You go first.
Oops.
I'm not gonna lie, I did love that timing of like into the lava. You go first.
But I will say though, the bantering is fun. Is that Glom? But it isn't Glomgold's original actor.
No,
No, it's not.
It's Brian George.
Okay.
Yeah, Glomgold's original actor passed away before
Yeah.
this was released.
I think you screwed yourself there.
Yeah, I goofed.
Greed has gotten the better of her.
I did a goof.
Yeah, she yoked up.
She yucked up.
Yuck.
You know, dragons and greed.
You know, now I wish.
Yeah.
Now I wish Way Forward would ask Disney to let them remake freaking Quackshot.
Oh, look at this Donkey Kong.
Now this
Tropical
is cool.
Freeze. Look at this Donkey Kong Returns. Oh, look, it's Glomgold in the background.
Yep.
Hey, Goggle.
I was about to say, James, since we were referencing Goofy, I thought you were about to say I wish that they would give him permission to remake the Goof Troop game.
That'd be nice too.
That would have been great.
That'd be interesting.
Just so I can lose my mind again.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. The past few days, I've been kind of like watching random episodes of Goof Troop, and it's not like on the same tier of something like DuckTales or Darkwing Duck, but honestly, looking back on, I kind of forgot. What am I trying to say? It's actually a little bit better than I remember it being. Like a lot of that. Oh, look at that.
Oh look, now he's helping.
Oh, thanks, Glomgold. Oh,
Yeah.
should have just done a normal jump.
Oh, yeah.
Try it again.
Let's see if I can try again.
Again.
Okay, the block
Yeah,
does
we're
respond. That's good.
Just a
Yeah.
normal jump.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Then you can take out your frustration on Glomgold here.
I think Goof Troop is I think Goof Troop has some pretty wholesome stuff to it. Did you ever watch any of the afternoon shows, John?
John? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I kind of heard it. I'm sorry, the game
hello.
is a bit of a outside. Oh boy.
Okay, thankfully that didn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try
But
that again.
you said what's it
Oh.
called? You said what was my
Ooh.
favorite afternoon or
Did you or no? Just
Disney
in general,
afternoon shows.
Did you ever watch any of the Disney afternoon shows?
yeah, but I do remember generally I do remember, but I think I was only like 2 or 3 at the time. So whatever I watched it, I don't remember.
That's
You'd most likely have watched it through reruns.
Yeah.
And then James, you were saying something about the Goof Troop?
Let's see if I can dodge this. Yes, I
Nice.
yay.
By the tip of your tail feather. But anyway, I did watch a good chunk of Goof Troop in recent memory, and I will say there's some episodes I think are really damn good, but on the whole, I'm half and half on that show.
Well, like I said, it's definitely not on the same caliber of DuckTales and Darkwing Duck, but it's kind of one of those shows where it's like, I remember being kind of at first, but then I look back, it's like, there was actually a lot more to the show than I originally gave it credit for. In fact, another thing I point out is that, I don't know what it is, but the way the...
That was another great time when, oh, Dort, quit complaining. Boom.
I would quit complaining if you quit talking to me.
Dude, you're giving Glomgold a reason to heckle you all the time.
Anyway, one other thing that I kind of enjoyed looking back on with Goof Troop is like, I don't know what it is, but I think...
You're learning secret passageways. Anyway,
I can't be
sorry.
taught. Sorry.
Just looking back on Goof Troop and looking at, like, the animation in that show is like, I don't know what it is, but I love the way that they do facial expressions in that show, like, particularly on Goofy and Pete.
It really,
Definitely.
it really depends on the animators because, like
careful.
you know, every other show, they always have to have separate animators. There is one particular kind. There's one particular brand of them that honestly do have some of those really out there faces.
You should have waited.
That honestly, I've only seen one other time in Darkwing Duck, and I wouldn't be surprised if they got those same animators for a Goofy movie.
Maybe.
Yeah.
In fact,
I don't know if that's the case, though.
In fact, kind of an interesting thing about the Disney Afternoon animators. I'm not sure if this is like common knowledge or whatnot, but a good chunk of them are actually. I was about to say a good chunk of them are actually Australian animators.
Huh. Duck.
That is a duck.
Duck.
Josh, I made that joke
that is
already.
a duck. Very good.
Yeah, from what I remember, most of the Disney Afternoon animators were either from Australia or Japan, depending on the cartoon itself. Like I know a good chunk of
didn't know that was there.
I know a good chunk of the take two, take three. But
Okay,
if I remember
alright.
correctly, for like all of season 1 of DuckTales, which lasted a good while from what I remember, most of the episodes were animated by TMS, the same people that made the also cult classic Akira.
Yeah.
As well as Batman the Animated Series, Animaniacs.
Among others.
Oh,
And
good.
Nice.
I know they did a good chunk of Rescue Rangers as well.
Huh.
You know, that's
Yeah.
another show I should go back to.
Well-
Okay, that should not have like went out as early as it did.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, the level gets hard here.
Yeah, it gets hard.
Yeah,
It's like,
oh, this is where the rusty chains are.
yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure the rustic chains were a thing beforehand, but man, Gwee, you're tempting me to add in a death counter.
Will you get off her devil damn back?
It's okay. It's okay.
I learned of a really weird cartoon show the other day.
Which one?
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
That's based on the B-rated horror flick.
Right, and it's
Wait,
an
what?
animated show which... Oh,
Has took you long enough to catch up. What's the matter? Gold bricks in your caboose? Oh, shut your beak. You're not getting any younger yourself,
You know,
old
that
windbag.
that joke would have been better if he was a
Magic
goose.
may not know we're here yet.
Wait a
I
minute.
don't want to lose the element of surprise.
Surprise!
You don't have the element of surprise.
Surprise!
She does.
It's hard to have element of surprise when you're talking very loudly.
My nephews, you evil enchantress.
Not until you show me #1 die.
she's
It's a
smart.
shame that these two actors are no longer with us. Hey!
And he just snatches it.
What a twist!
Business with you, screw-
Yeah, here's what I was thinking about earlier about them being, like, partners. It's like, at first it looks like it's a double cross, but that was all just a ploy for Scrooge's sake.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember who sold your painting in first place?
Oh, wait a
Me in
minute.
disguise, you
So it was because of her we had that painting that had the list that led to all those treasures.
Yeah, that painting at the beginning that Big Time was trying to steal.
Yeah.
For $5.
Why was he trying to steal it then?
To get Scrooge's attention.
Yeah, that's true.
Here we are.
Again, the entire thing was a
jeez.
fucking
Enough with
ploy.
the smoke and mirrors routine. You've got my dime. Now release the lads.
Oh, boo-hoo. No time for buyer's remorse from old husbands.
Oh, come on.
Is much more exciting.
Well, it's a video game, you're right there.
Here we go.
And into the pot they go.
So, yeah.
You have to wonder, how did Dracula Duck or anyone figure out that these specific pieces from different parts of the world in different time periods
Right.
all came together to make this happen?
It's called video game logic.
I know. I'm just
Oh.
asking for the sake of asking.
Well, what I was gonna say is, like, I imagine, like, Magica seems like the kind of person that... I was gonna say, Magica seems like the kind of person that really does her research when it comes to that kind of thing, so I wouldn't be surprised
Oh
if
boy,
she...
here we go, folks.
Yeah.
Count Dracula Duck. Home to probably one of the best songs ever composed by Kaufman. Mm-hmm. And also, in itself, a pretty trippy-ass boss fight.
Yeah, especially right here. Oh, he's gonna be big.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
a big one now.
I
Yeah, basically...
was having trouble with this.
Yeah, but
Don't
basically,
bounce.
like... you can bounce on top of the beak. Yeah, there you go. But anyway, like I was saying, like, remember
Careful.
back when we were in the African mines, I was saying about, like, you know, pay attention to the king's horn? A similar trick is done in Magica's fight here. Like, you pay close attention to the color of the bag that she throws into the pot. The orange one turns him into a giant The green one turns him into a snake, and I think it's the purple one that unleashes an army of bats.
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go. Yep, snake
Oh,
time.
that's the green one. He's turning into a snake.
This one's probably
Actually,
the
no.
easiest of them to dodge.
He's spitting fire. That's a dragon.
That's a dragon.
Okay. Well, still. I would say this one is probably the most manageable of the three.
Yeah.
You say this is one of the best songs he's ever done, period?
Yeah. Oh, from Coffin anyway.
Fair.
Like
Okay,
honestly,
Red I was
honestly,
thinking
it
of.
just pumps you up for this fight. Pumps you up for probably one of the more
I
hectic
agree.
boss fights in Way Forward's catalog.
And yeah, keep an eye out for any gaps in here. Thankfully, they do give you just enough time to react and take cover.
Oh, jeez. This is a Way Forward boss.
Just an army of bats just all thump.
Bomb.
And
Way
it sure,
Forward. Yeah. Go ahead, James.
and well, I mean, it goes without saying, he beats the shit out of the original final boss, where all he did was this.
Yeah.
That was all he did, really?
That's
Was
all
just
he did.
throw,
Well,
just
it's
throw
an
one bat
NES
at a
game.
time?
To be fair, the boss fights in the original DuckTales weren't really that complicated to begin with. The remaster gave
Yeah.
them a whole lot more steps to follow.
Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, Allie, like, you jumping on his bill, that actually is a pretty, like, good way to... Oh,
Yeah,
when
to
he
duck.
does that, when you're in the middle, you duck.
Yeah, I'm figuring that out now.
Oh.
But back then I didn't know.
In hindsight, I do realize that whenever he grows big, that is probably the dorkiest looking giant sprite I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's very much
Honestly,
scaled up.
I get less Count Dracula Duck and more so Duckula.
That Duckula was a weird. I was thinking Duckula at first.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're doing alright. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's easy to dodge.
Yeah.
At least for now.
Oh yeah, now now you got us to bounce on both the bats
Careful.
if you want to reach him.
Yeah.
The,
Yeah,
the
what-
path they take is so wiggly.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
basically an indicator to let you know you already have half his health down.
He's pretty much on the ropes.
Stop.
Yeah.
But
But again-
really,
Between this
Don't-
and the giant phase, Gwee, I think if I had one bit of advice is don't always rely on bouncing. Sometimes it's better just to take it slow.
yeah.
Right.
Like
Well,
right
she's
here,
just
don't
having
bounce.
a jolly old time.
It's
You
very
bounce,
easy to
you're
get
gonna-
overzealous with the bounce.
Yeah.
Duck.
Dope.
You can't,
Okay, well, I cut ahead, don't worry.
Good.
We noticed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's like, just be honest, Allie. All the constant pogoing, you're just making up for the fact that you've never run a pogo during your childhood.
I actually could never figure out how to ride a pogo stick.
It takes a lot of like balance and dexterity.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all about precision.
I think I tried it once when I was a kid and just couldn't get it. I was like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. Same thing with a skateboard,
There you
come
go.
to think of it.
Skateboard never could figure out. I could never figure out a unicycle. Never could figure out. What else can I never figure out?
Yeah.
There you
Got
go.
it.
And done. Too
Dad.
much power.
He turned to dust.
Wow.
He was a monster all along, which
Golden-
is also true.
Call
What a
me
way to
Scrooge
go.
McVan Helsing.
But of course, we're not quite done yet.
Oh,
Right,
boys.
because
I'm
in
so
case you can't
glad
tell,
you're
the
all
place is caving in now.
Yeah, I guess without Dracula Duck, the place is just done?
To be fair, considering all the damage he's caused,
Yeah.
I suppose, yeah.
Oh, we need the
Especially
dime
considering-
back.
oh yeah, the dime.
Oh, we'll do that, don't worry. Okay, first the boys are gonna have to go to safety. And I get the feeling this time they're gonna play against nature and actually follow his orders.
So yeah, now it's time to hoof it.
I love this
And
bit.
they're fighting
Uh-oh.
over it. Because of course.
Give me those treasures. I want to be filthy, stinking rich.
You already are filthy, stinking rich.
Yeah.
Not
It's
as
true.
rich as that Chisler McDuck. Where's the
You already are rich. Oh.
Oh!
And of course,
Uh-oh.
Also, do you guys remember that bit at the end of the original game where you just had to climb up the rope and beat them to the column and how pathetically easy that is? Yeah, they kind of compensate for that, maybe a little too much so.
Yeah, yep. This one takes some precision platforming.
honestly, how you say that? I've never failed this part.
Well, good for Devil Damn You.
Well, yeah. Well, good for you.
Oh, go for you. Oh, jeez. How much time
Yeah.
do they give you?
Not enough apparently.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
like, it is like a constant, like, what am I trying to say? It
Crap.
is very much a race this time, but
Don't pogo.
Yeah.
Don't pogo. Just jump. Normal jump. Squee. Normal jump. Don't the
Wait, you're
pogo.
getting
Put down the-
overzealous with the
You're
look
talking.
at that.
You're talking to past me.
Wow.
and they're just gonna argue over it all over again.
Let's try that again, folks.
And it's just dead.
Like, I kind of hope that that's the case when they land on it. It just replays that animation of them playing tug of war with the dime.
That would have been funny.
So
Yeah,
yes.
I think I'm figuring out here that that I just have to jump in certain places.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the pogo is a precious thing. You don't want to overuse it, otherwise you'll end up doing more harm than good.
Yeah, the game has its own little physics you learn, but we're doing better now. We got this.
I will say, though, for me, it's kind of a two-way part, but, like, overall, it does kind of emphasize that this level probably has, like, the most...
And oh, come on, don't come.
Come on, there you go!
Just barely made it.
Good job.
No, yeah, actually, nice try.
Yeah.
What I was about to say is that, like, you kind of, like, the entirety of it kind of pinpoints the fact that this is probably the most precise the platforming gets in the game. I would
Yeah.
argue this second part in particular, in my opinion.
Yeah, this was my hell for a while.
Well, see, you know what? Visually, that seems fitting. I mean, look at this place.
Literally and figuratively.
It's best to drop off as soon as you're at the top of the chain.
Yeah.
Don't pogo on those blocks or else you'll break them.
There you
But
go.
shortcut.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta admit that's pretty clever means of speedrunning.
There.
That's that.
Oh
We
wow.
win.
Okay.
We win!
Yeah. All those times I'd played through it in the past, I guess, paid off.
Yay, we did it! No, those two past attempts didn't count.
Return safe and sound.
We won!
But Uncle Scrooge, well, what about the treasure? Yeah, we had it and we lost it. Sorry, Uncle Scrooge.
Oh, it's
Come on now,
okay.
boys. We may
Yeah.
not have got to keep the treasure.
We're still
but
alive,
the
and that's what
adventure of a
counts.
lifetime.
Yep,
best
and we
of
enjoyed
all,
a great
we're gonna
adventure.
share it together. You, Webigail, Launchpad,
And Duckworth, too.
And
For all the things he did.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't help
He
us
was
out
there.
big time in the first boss fight.
They helped us, too.
Indeed they did, lads. Now, come on. Let's head for home.
Yay!
Yes,
Onward.
and get some well-earned rest.
But first, we have a bit of hope.
Let go of me, you doddering old deadweight.
Oh, pipe down, you mangy bun.
And we ship them.
What are you grabbing onto anyway?
Her legs.
Yeah, her legs.
Yeah.
But first,
That-
breaking news!
What?
I said breaking news!
Oh, yeah,
That
it was
guy's
taking a
breaking
bit.
something. Oh, oh.
Nope.
There we go. Scrooge remains the richest duck in the world.
What was
Breaking
Glumgold
news, a
in
callback to
prison
the
for?
original Capcom game.
What was Glumgold in prison for?
Being
Well,
a dick.
you know, kidnapping, endangering.
Kidnapping,
that's fair.
endangerment, robbery.
That's fair.
Especially the robbery part.
Put it on your
They only just
Yeah.
caught on to that now.
You can pay me back in, oh, say 3 to 5
Ouch.
years. With interest, of course. I'll get you for this.
Yay!
Mark my
It's cute.
words.
We did it.
Now, there's a sight I never got tired of. Come on, lads. Let's head to the ice cream
Oh.
shop.
Honestly, after all this, I
Yeah.
figured he's just sick of ice cream by now.
Can we each get our
Wait.
own cone this time?
Can we have our own cone this time?
Oh, why not? I'm in a generous mood today. In fact, each of you can even get a cone with ice cream in
Get it? Because he's cheap.
Hey, Diet Generous Duck.
You old miser, you.
Hit the credits.
And that's it, folks.
That was DuckTales Remastered. Developed by WayForward.
Tyrannical overlord.
Couldn't sit it yet. So I mean, right now, just so you know, I think they did a really good job of capturing some of the fun, like charm and spirit that the original show had.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Psst, by the way, Gwee, clever means of omitting the DuckTales theme and not getting this thing copyrighted.
Tim Curry, a technical artist.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is the piano version of the Moon theme.
Because
Right,
normally
because-
because normally you'd be hearing a rendition of the actual DuckTales theme song with vocals
Yeah.
and everything.
So anyway, since
Oh,
you
Matt
were the
Bozon
lead,
wrote for this.
I was about to say, since you were the leading lady, I think it's only fair that you start off with the final thoughts.
Yeah, so it was a fun game. I don't think it's my type of game to go back to, but for the time that I did play it, I had fun.
And also, yes, Logan,
And-
I did catch on to it. They did credit Smooth McGroove.
Yeah. I'm so glad.
I mean, like the writing was top notch. Everyone was just at their best, even if just age aside.
Yeah. Sometimes, whether you like it or not, age is going to catch up with you and hinder your performance in some way or another. But so long as you still put your heart in it, people will still appreciate the attempt.
Yeah. So I guess next for thoughts would be James.
Okay. I mean, unlike Gwee here, who said that she's not into these types of games all that much, even though she was generous enough to record it for us. Like, this is pretty much my bread and butter, and I mean, helps too. It was basically a remake of a 2D Capcom platformer, which I mean are among those that I'm really into the most. And well, I loved it. I mean, I understand that not everyone in the communities is too keen on the fact that they, well, despite all the changes, did play it pretty safe with the level geometry and whatnot. But I mean, it's one of those things when I can get past because, well, it's just, well, you gotta remember, it's a remake to a game that harkens back to the NES. And on that front, I honestly, it's honestly the de facto version of DuckTales I come back to. I mean, hell, let it stand as a testament that this is still one of those games I do come back to every other year, just because, well, I had that much fun with it. It's great. And honestly, what would make me happier is if it ever got a Switch port somewhere down the road. I highly doubt it'll ever happen, but you never know.
Yeah.
And you know what would make me even happier, Duck? If WayForward ever was contacted to make a remake of the sequel with the reboot in mind.
Oh yeah, no, DuckTales. I played a lot more of DuckTales 2, honestly, for the Game Boy and stuff.
Well, one other thing I was going to say was Eric Balza, Chris Eagerly, June Foray,
Alan
Young.
But anyway, was that the end of your final thoughts, James?
Pretty much.
All right, so Steve?
I really do enjoy DuckTales Remastered. In fact, honestly, going back and playing it, like, I probably will, like, try to beat it, like, once we're done recording here, but just, in general, I would count this, as far as, like, remakes go, I would probably put this on the same tier of quality as, like, Crash Insane or Spyro Reignited, in that... Oh, look, dollar bills. Anyway,
one more dip down the money bin.
No big treasures, but it's still a lot.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a lot. It's like...
Look at all them greenbacks.
Anyway, but yeah, I do consider it, like, on the same caliber of, like, Insane or Reignited, just in a sense of, like, it brings the original game to the modern era, and it encapsulates everything that was, like, it might not have changed too much, but the changes that it does make and what it adds to it just really does encapsulate the entire experience of not even just the game, but of the cartoon. Like, again, like, what they did with the cutscenes was just wonderful. Hearing all these classic actors, returning to their roles was just sublime. The music remixes are really good. Like, Kaufman you could definitely tell that this was a soundtrack that Kaufman definitely put, like, a lot of passion into it, and it's really great, and I really hope that, like, Disney kind of gets off its, like, anti-video game idiocy and lets WayForward, like, remake some of their other games, whether it be, like, James mentioned the DuckTales sequel, which I
Hype, real quick, before you go on with your thing, I noticed how much of a tightwad you were being there, not buying any of the character portraits you can get from the extras menu.
Yeah. I know.
You're the perfect avatar for Scrooge McDuck.
And miser.
I figured it was time to end the recording there anyway.
Fair enough.
But actually,
Anyway,
actually, since James brought it up, and I don't think we ever touched upon it at any other point in the video, all of the money that you collect throughout all the levels does, like, accumulate in, like, this total, and you can use all that money to buy extras like concept art and, like little visuals of the characters and whatnot. It's all pretty cute. But back to my thoughts in general, like, I do love this game, and I really would love to see, like, WayForward get a chance to do, like, more remakes, and honestly, like, James mentions, like, they should remake DuckTales 2, and I would be fine with that. I more so would like to see them tackle, like, some of the other stuff, like the Darkwing Duck game especially.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be appreciated.
But that's all I want to say. Who do you want to pick next?
Logan?
Yeah, pretty much said everything I need to say is that I enjoy it. I need to watch more of the classic show, I need to watch more of the reboot. but I think what they did with the art style and with the bringing back the whole voice cast for a reunion was really fun and just really delightful to see all happen in front of us. And that's it.
Also
John?
funny to look back on, considering the fact that, well, we have the reboot now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, sorry if you hear my dog whining. He had to be put in here with me because people are over now.
Actually, I thought Cody was like, "Oh, I missed the moon level."
No, we have people over, so we should probably wrap it up.
I was making a joke, but yeah, wrap it up, Logan.
I'm saying John next.
John, yes.
Yeah, the game. What's it called? This game looked really fun to play throughout the whole thing. I was pretty much the only reason why I was quiet through this particular playthrough was what's it called? This is one of those platformers where there was a lot of cutscenes throughout, and usually whenever that I watch cutscenes, even if I'm like in the middle of a stream, I do not say a word during the cutscene unless there's something noteworthy to put out. But everything about the game looks really great, and it actually makes me want to play the original game just to see how that one was.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I do know that, like, if you do want to play the original game, not too long ago, Disney did release something called the Disney Afternoon Collection, which is pretty much compiling I think all of the Disney Afternoon games that were made for the NES, all in one big collection, and I think it is it on the Switch?
It's not.
Oh, okay then.
Meh.
Well, it's
And
probably on
screw
Steam
you.
then, at least.
It is.
Probably.
It's pretty much on every current gen console outside of the Switch. Which is a shame, but to be fair, it was released just before the Switch came out, so I'll give it a pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Alright,
guess.
so, yeah. That was DuckTales Remastered.
So, Gwee, do you have anything else in mind you want to do for us in the future?
Oh man. I have to think about that.
Well, you don't have to answer right away. I guess I will say, since we did kind of mention it earlier, one thing that we are going to try to have Allie do is that she's going to be the one spearheading our return to Monkey Island as she records Telltale's Tales of Monkey Island.
Oh, you know what? I have to remind you, I can't do that because Bandicam doesn't work on my...
As James records it.
Would you please?
I'll think about it. Way to spear that head on me now of all times.
If not, I can do it.
I wish I could. Honestly, I really wish I could, but Bandicam just doesn't like my computer for some reason.
If not, me with an NVIDIA Shadowplay, which is built into every NVIDIA card, thankfully, will be able to handle it.
Honestly, Logan, you've pretty much done every other Monkey Island game up to this point. You should just do the whole thing for us.
Pretty much.
And plus
Anyway.
you... Okay, we should stop.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, and we hope you all have a grand night.
Till next time, guys.
Bye, guys.
Except for you, Weppy!
Weppy! Also, I just want to point out real quick, we went through the entirety of a Way For It playthrough, and not once did anyone bring up the old man! Yay!